Afternoon, everyone. It's Thursday, the 26th of May. Just waiting for the sproggles. So, yeah, everyone seems to like a car video. So, yeah, let's do another car video. So, what I thought we might talk about for a little while, and please leave some comments on the video, if you want to comment, obviously. I thought we might talk about food before surgery and food after surgery, as in regards to things that you find you're eating now and things that you might miss or things that you don't miss totally. Let's start with, say, breakfast. For me, breakfast was always cooked food, breakfast things, not necessarily a full fry up every day, but I would generally probably have something cooked for breakfast most days. Yeah, say like, I don't know, like a sausage sandwich, but for me it would never be like a sausage sandwich. It would be, I'd like crusty bread. I used to love tiger bread with real butter, proper like Lurpak or something like that, Anchor. And it'd be like, I'd have 4 sausages cut in half, so 2 sausages in a sandwich or whatever. I'd always have 4 slices of bread, and then I'd probably, if I had fresh bread, hot crusty bread, I would probably maybe have another slice buttered while the sausages were cooking, or maybe 2 slices or whatever. So yeah, and the same with bacon, and if I had sausage and bacon, or sausage and mushroom and cheese, or whatever. So yeah, I mean, that was always sort of a breakfast I would always have. Or toast, same with toast. I mean, lashings of butter. I mean, I have to say that I miss having Marmite on toast, but I'm totally off bread. I've not eaten bread now since the start of LRD. So for me, that's over 16 weeks I've not had no bread. The only bread type product that I have had is the Warburton's protein bagels that I buy. But I mean, if I buy a pack of 4, I'll normally freeze 2 of them, because otherwise they just go to waste, because I wouldn't eat them every day. I'd maybe only have maybe one a week, maybe one every 5 days, something like that, with some cream cheese or something like that. So yeah, I mean, toast was the same. And we used to go to the beef eater where I think it was £9, and it was literally all you can eat, mate, all you can eat. So you'd have your continental, so you'd have all your croissants, obviously your bread for toasting, crumpets, muffins, pancakes, like the Scotch pancakes, things like that, with all your arrangements of butter, syrup, Nutella. Not that I'd ever eat chocolate spread for breakfast, but I never did. But yeah, like, and then Marmite, all your jams and all that. So I'd probably do 5 or 6 slices of toast while I was eating, before I'd even started my breakfast. Then they'd come round, ask you what you wanted for breakfast, and there was always sausages, mushrooms, bacon, eggs, hash browns, yeah, and I mean pretty much everything on the menu. And I'd probably order 3 sausages, maybe 4 bacon, 2 lots of eggs, 2 lots of mushrooms, 2 lots of tomatoes, 3 hash browns, just ridiculous, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I always used to eat breakfast. Breakfast was one of my favourite meals. I mean, it still is now, but I mean, in a totally different format now of food. Even cereals. I mean, cereals were like, oh mate, just I could probably do a strip of Weetabix in one sitting. I'd sit with the milk, the sugar, the packet of cereal. I'd probably do 4 bowls of crunchy nut cornflakes in one sitting. Probably same with, say, Shreddies, Rice Krispies. Yeah, anything like that. Yeah, just and for years and years and years, and you just think, like, you look back on it now. Well, I look back on it now, and I just think, what the hell, like, all that food and all that sugar, and just, I mean, it's mind blowing. So anyway, yeah, I mean, that was a sort of breakfast sort of cycle that I used to go through pretty much every day. And calf, for a big fry up, you know, maybe once, twice a week, or generally weekends and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, that was sort of the breakfast then, and yeah, I mean that's just like that. That's out the window. That's gone. Even yesterday, I don't know if any of you watch my sort of weekly food log that I do. Rather than doing it every day, food what I've had and all that, I just do it as a weekly video and put it on once a week. But yeah, I mean, yesterday we went to the cafe. I just fancied buying Mandy breakfast yesterday. Bless her, you know, she likes a bit of breakfast and that, and I know like if she's out at work and that, I like to make sure she's had something to eat. So yeah, we went to the cafe yesterday morning. And it's a nice cafe. We've eaten there for years anyway. So I ordered a soft poached egg, 2 tin tomatoes. Well, tin tomatoes, but there was 2, and some bacon, well done crispy bacon, which come as 2 rashers. So they actually gave me 2 poached eggs, which I only asked for 1. So Mandy hadn't ordered egg on her breakfast. I think she had halloumi and mushrooms and something else and whatever. So I said to her, right, here, look, here's a poached egg and a rasher of bacon. I ate 1 of the tomatoes. I ate probably 2/3 of the egg, and I didn't even eat the whole rasher of bacon. And it wasn't that the food wasn't nice, because the food is really nice in the cafe that I go to. But yeah, and it's funny. I even said to Mandy, like, I think I spent nearly 15 quid on 2 breakfasts with a coffee each, and I had a milky coffee with a sweetener. But even though I did that, you know me, I took a fuel with me anyway. But yeah, and as I say, and I ate it, and I said to Mandy, I said, like, you know what? As nice as the food was, I could have just saved whatever mine cost, 6 quid, 7 quid, whatever it was. And it ain't that I'm a tight arse, because I'm not a tight arse. But look, thinking about it after, I would sooner have had like some granola or some porridge. I would have enjoyed it a hell of a lot more. And for the money I spent in the cafe, I could have bought another 3 boxes of granola or another 10 pots of porridge. So yeah, my whole mindset of breakfast foods is like, yeah, I mean it's a total thing, and it's not something that I'm going to make a regular thing of. I don't even think when I get to my goal that I'll never go back to having like fried breakfast and things like that. I'm so happy with what I do have in the mornings, like porridge, and everyone knows I'm mad on my fuel granola, and my brother's got me the peanut crunch, which I have had in the pot form, but he's got me a box of it, and he's got me a box of the super berry granola, which I haven't tried yet. And I've also know now that Morrison's do the fruit and nut fuel granola, so I should be going to Morrison's. I might even fly there tomorrow and grab a box of that, or maybe 2 boxes or whatever. So yeah, as I say, now that is sort of breakfast dealt with. So moving on to lunch, yeah, the same with lunch. Like, I'd have sandwiches or rolls, or even if I'd had bread in the morning, even if I'd had like 4, 5 slices of bread in the morning, I'd still eat another 4 slices, or maybe 3 rolls with ham or whatever. And it's strange because I have said to people that sometimes, I mean, I don't want to eat bread. Carbsville, I don't want to eat bread, and it was one thing that I always thought I'd struggle with, but I've actually smashed not eating bread. So at the moment, I'm not saying I will never eat bread again, but at the moment I don't want bread around in my life. But sometimes I still sit there and think at lunchtime, oh, how easy would it be to just make like a ham and pickle sandwich or something like that for lunch. So yeah, that's probably the only time I really think about bread for lunch. But it was always the same. Maybe I'd even go and buy some shit for lunch. You know, go and get some chips or whatever. Even knowing that I'm going to have a dinner later on. So yeah, I mean that's another thing that I've sort of overcome. So again, reverting to the videos, the weekly videos I do, people will see what my lunch. Normally, my lunch will always consist of something like, if I've had fish for dinner the night before, if I've had a curry for night before for dinner, or whatever I might have had for dinner the night before, even a salad, something like that, then there's always some left over. And I am now a massive food recycler. I literally don't throw anything away. So yeah, normally lunch will be something left over from the night before's dinner, or, as people can see, I like my little picky lunch. Like I'll have like a Baby Bell and a Laughing Cow, or some fridge raiders, make crab sticks, or crab flavoured sticks. Sorry, let me get that right, because they're not actually crab flavoured sticks. Yeah, I mean, I did today. I had like some little chicken picky bits, and I had a bit of grated cheese left from yesterday, so I just had that with a bit of light mayo, excuse me, and yeah, just like a little picky, and I find that quite a good go-to. But in some days I don't have lunch. I don't feel like food. So yeah, I mean, that's sort of lunch dealt with. I don't know about anyone else. I don't know what people used to have for lunch as to what they're having for lunch now. I mean, I'm now sort of 14 weeks, 16 weeks with LRD, so I'm a little bit down the line now. I mean, I know there's a lot of people on my Insta who are still very fresh, very early post-op, is the right way to say it, I suppose. And people who are literally opping as we speak. There's a girl, Chloe Bypass. She's only just done. Obviously, my pal Mark yesterday. So I mean, they're going to be fluided for the next 2-3 weeks, however long they're going to do the fluids. But yeah, I mean, anyone else, let me know what you're doing lunch, stuff like that, what you're doing now compared to what you used to do for lunch. It's a little bit more difficult if people are at work and that. As I say, I mean, I'm at home most of the time, sort of house husband, and do a little bits of work from home and stuff like that. So it's easier for me because I've always got my stuff there. But I could imagine it would be quite complicated. I mean, I know if I was still out working every day, what would I take for lunch? It would probably be the picky stuff like the fridge raiders, the Baby Bells, the Laughing Cows, the crab flavoured sticks. Things like that. So yeah, I mean, jump in the comments, leave me some sort of suggestions of maybe some different lunches I can try. As I say, I've always got something for lunch, but I don't always have lunch. Sometimes I will just literally reach for a Lindart Pro yogurt type drink, or make a Asda meal replacement shake, or, you know me, I've always got a fridge stock full of fuel. So yeah, I mean, I can always go to that sort of thing. So yeah, that's sort of lunch dealt with now. So yeah, we'll move on to dinner. Dinner time. As most of you know, I batch cook a lot of food. At the moment, I've got curries still in the freezer, and I've got some bolognese mix in the freezer ready with turkey mince, which John suggested rather than using beef mince. Turkey mince a hell of a lot cheaper, a hell of a lot more healthier, still packed with protein, even though the beef mince is packed with protein as well. But yeah, the turkey mince, and do you know what? Whack an oxo cube in it, and you would not even know that it was turkey mince. It don't taste any different the time you've made it up into your meal. So yeah, I'm going to do some fish pie as well, probably end of next week or whatever. As I said in one of my videos, I'm sort of monopolising the freezer a little bit with all my tubs of food in it and that. But they are good. I've still got some lasagnas in there, meat lasagnas. There's still some vegetable lasagnas in there. So I've got plenty to go to, and I do like a bit of Young's Gastro Fish, the lemon and herb one, or lemon and cracked pepper, or they do a big range of them. I always look for the ones that are on offer because they're quite expensive, a box of them. I think they're normally about £4, but I know Asda's have been doing them, and I think Tesco's have as well, doing them sort of for a couple of quid. Not the whole range, but some of them. So that's another sort of go-to dinner. I mean, you know, yeah, and I'm finding it just so satisfying compared to what I used to eat. I mean, you know, I've always been a cook. I've always liked to cook, so I'd make nice dinners, but not all the time. We probably used to have takeaway. Generally, we'd have one at the weekend, and then it got to the point where I think we was might having 2 in the week as well. And I've said before, with me, Mandy, Chloe, every time you buy a takeaway, you're probably spending a minimum of 30 quid, 25, 30 quid. If you're having Indian, you're probably looking more around a bullseye mark. So you think of the saving you've made on takeaways each week is quite phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, I've not touched any of that sort of stuff. I mean, you all know anyway. I always log what I'm doing, and so I've not touched none of that junk for a hell of a long time now. So yeah, and even when I did make dinners, I mean, you know, I make a tray of shepherd's pie now. I can probably get 12 portions out of it. I would literally do half of it, so 6 portions of what I'm eating now, with extras, with veg and stuff like that, and I would polish it. I mean, I would polish that plate. So yeah, the portion size control of the food now as well of since WLS is just yeah, the control of the portions is crazy. But yeah, I mean, I was a big eater, and I mean, and then that's without all the other junk that you're picking in between meals and stuff like that, which is, you know, what we'll talk about next. But please, again, leave comments if you want to, about the dinner side of it, what you used to have for dinner, what you're having for dinner now. So yeah, let's talk about sort of snacks as well now. So snacks, I used to eat yogurts. I always used to eat yogurts, but I'd eat 4 or 5 in one sitting. But yeah, I mean, chocolate was never always my massive go-to. It was more, I don't know, I think it was more, sorry about that, someone just walked past. It was more about pastries and savoury stuff. That they were my big fault. Tube of Pringles, no problem, bosh, done. Packet of 4 sausage rolls, bosh, done. Yeah, I mean, everything, just done. I'd sit and go through a box of cakes, I'd sit and go through a box of Jaffa cakes, I'd sit and go through a packet of, say, V&S Wells or Vanessa Wells, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, and the majority of all this would happen in the evening after I'd had a big blowout dinner. Then I'd still go back to the cupboard, more food. Horrendous. Looking back on it now, horrendous. Just, and again, the amount of money we used to spend on shit, and excuse the word, but it was shit. Just criminal. Absolutely criminal financially, criminal what I was doing to myself, killing myself on the sofa every night, eating crap, just, and then it's only now that I realised now that why was I eating that food? Why on earth was I even doing that? Because there's no way on this godforsaken earth that I was hungry. No damn way. It was habit. It was because it was there. It was maybe a bit of boredom. It was just reaching for the next bit of food. Just scoffing. I'd do a multi-packet of crisps, maybe 5 out of the 6 bags. Smash it. Absolutely just smash through it. Bosh, done. So yeah. Leave some comments about your snacking. Let me know how you're getting on, you know, or what you used to snack, and even if you are snacking now, because I find it very rare that I'm snacking. I might have one day a week where, you know, I'll have some rice cakes after dinner, or I might have a yogurt, I might have a protein yogurt, or I mean, I had one the other night. When you watch the weekly, I had one the other night, but nah, a few spoonfuls of it and done. And then I even thought, why did I even bother? Because I don't even know why I bothered. I mean, yeah, well, look, you all know, you should all understand it. You're all getting your heads around it. All of us are, you know, are learning, and every day is a learning curve. So, yeah, comments for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, and for snacking. And the one thing that I would really be interested in reading in the comments is what you miss, or what your brain tells you you're missing, because I think that's probably a big percentage of it, is your brain telling you that you miss it. Because if I really sit and think hard, I'm eating healthy and the foods I'm eating are nice. I'm still eating well. I'm still eating nice dinners. I'm getting plenty of protein, which I probably never used to get nowhere near as much protein as I'm getting now. It was more fatty, carby crap. So yeah, I can honestly say that I don't really miss anything. Um, yeah, I mean, even thinking now, what could I eat that? Could I eat that? And the answer, pretty much most of the time, is no. I'm not actually really missing anything. So yeah, again, drop in the comments if you want to. Obviously, I'd be very interested to hear, what people think they're missing, or what people are actually missing, because I'm not saying that. I mean, for me, it is a case of I think I'm missing that thing. I don't know if anyone else has quite got to that mindset yet, but I have been very strict. I have been very, very strict. So I've definitely followed John's path. I've got a very low fat, very low carb, sugar, high protein diet going on. But that's how I want it. That's then it works for me. It makes me feel good. The foods I'm eating, I know are clean. I know they're healthy. So yes, if you can drop in the comments, as I say, if you'd like to, about things that you miss or you think you miss. So yeah, very, very interesting. So I'm going to end it there. It's weigh day tomorrow for me, but that'll be on a separate vid like it always is. And also, I'm going to hold my first live stream on YouTube on Saturday this week at 7 p.m. I will put it up. I'll probably set it up tonight or tomorrow as a pending live with the time, and it'll probably have a countdown timer as it gets nearer and stuff like that. I don't know who's going to be on. I've had a couple of people, well, a few people actually, message me on Instagram saying, yeah, they're looking forward to jumping on a live. So if you want to get on it, it will be on YouTube. I'll post it on YouTube, obviously, the countdown for it, the date and time, and I'll also put it onto the Instagram account as well. And if I can put the link, then I'll put the link on the Instagram. I'm a little bit of a noob still with the whole thing. I'm learning, so we'll do that. But yeah, let's end it there. So let's just say what I always say: everybody stay positive, everybody stay focused, concentrate on your journey. Everyone do well, and I know everyone's doing well, and we're all smashing it. We're all done it for the right reasons. So yeah, until next time, everybody stay safe, everybody take care, look after each other, big love to everyone, and yeah, we'll speak again very soon.